All right, so your next assignment is going to be called the resume assignment. The big difference on this assignment is that you're actually going to put your website on the internet. Not like how we do it at school where you just show it on your computer and go, there it is. That's not the real way to do a website. It's a stepping stone. What we're going to do is go to a web hosting service, and we're going to go to a couple of free ones. I have 2 of them listed right here. Okay, there are other ones that you pay for. For instance, our school website, sjbshirelli.org, is on GoDaddy. You might have seen those commercials before, and it costs some money to do that. Now, we're going to use these free web hosting services. What I want to do right now is show you how to sign in, get yourself all set up, and then upload your site so it actually works on the real internet. Okay, so I'm going to press on this one, sign up. We don't have our own domain name, all right? They're going to use theirs. You would have to pay for that also if you wanted to have a real internet presence. Okay, so I'm going to just use the last part of my name, Shirelli C, and then here they want your real name. Okay, and then your email. I'll use my school email. Okay, Shirelli, and then you guys can do that too. Then you make up a password. Okay, and they want you to use numbers and letters. And they always double check it to make sure. Okay, and then they want you to type the 2 parts you see. Okay, so I see a 6 and a. This is always a bit of a pain, but it's kind of a way to make sure that it's all working. Okay, so all set up. Click on Agree to Terms of Service, then you press Create Account. Okay, and you're basically ready. It looks like I'm going to have to wait for a confirmation, and once I check my email, I can become a member of this site. Okay, so I'm going to stop for a second, and we'll sort of simulate me waiting for my email. Once I get a confirmation, I'll pretend I'm going to come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so let's assume now you've gotten your confirmation email. Actually, while I was recording this video, it was going to take more than 5 minutes. So what I did is I've already subscribed to this hosting company with a different email on my Gmail. So I'm going to use that to log in. But let's pretend you had gotten your confirmation and now they were going to let you log in and legitimately use the system. So you would sign in with whatever email you had sent them. And they do recommend actually a Gmail instead of maybe our school email or a Yahoo. You could use that. Anyway, let me just sign in here. Okay, so this is now you've gotten your confirmation email and you're legitimately in the system, and then you press submit and hopefully you're in. Now, you'll also notice that from the video I just did, my sort of web address is different. It was different than the one that I was going to show you. Mine was going to be Shirelli C, but it doesn't matter as long as you remember that, because that's the link you're going to send me when you basically have all your stuff that you have at Verbuff's computer put on the real internet. Okay, so remember that's what you're going to send me, that link, and I'm going to press it and I'm going to look at your website. Okay, so let's put the stuff that you did in Hamilton up on this server. So like, where do you go from there? Well, see where it says go to cPanel? That's like the control panel. So I'm going to press it. And don't get nervous, you're going to see a lot of different things and you're going to go, whoa, what's going on here? What's all this stuff? And most of it you're never going to use, all right? But the one that we're going to use is the one that's going to allow us to move stuff from Hamilton to the web server, and that's the file manager right there. Okay, so you press the file manager and it's going to ask you your password again, not a big deal, and then you're in and you go, whoa, what is this? This is weird. And it is. If you've never done this before, this is all the nitty-gritty stuff that you actually have to do to upload your site to the real internet. And I do this almost every day when I'm updating our SJB site. So now, like, what are these things? Well, this is the folder, and public means that that's the place where you're going to put anything you want the world to see. So I'm going to press it. And then underneath there is a folder. Now, I made this folder already called images. Now, let's pretend it wasn't there. If it wasn't there, you would have pressed this button right here, New Directory, and then you would have made an images folder. Because you're going to have to take every one of your pictures and load it into there. The rest of the stuff's going to go into here. Okay, now we are basically ready to do stuff where you upload. So here's what I would do next. I would click on images, and that puts you in that folder. And as you can see, it says this folder is empty. So how do you load stuff up to there? Well, you press this word upload. Okay. Now when you press upload, now it's going to say, well, what do you want? What do you want me to load up? So you're going to have to press choose file. All right, and you go to your computer hard drive. It would be W at school, or if you did this at home, it would be on your C drive. I've got it here in my computer at home, so I'm going to go into here, SJB, and I'm going to go into templates, and there's my project right there, resume. Okay, so let's pretend that was yours, right? So let's go inside of there. And remember, it has all these things, like those are all the parts of my website. Now, yours isn't going to say this. I took the lazy way out and I didn't redo a resume site. I just took the actual one of the templates. And let's pretend it was done, though. So I'm going to go inside of images. See all these pictures? Every single one of them has to be uploaded. Okay? So you press the first one and you press open. And then you choose another file, the next one, and you press open. And some of the other sites might have faster ways to do this. I know it's a bit of a pain. Just keep pressing and then loading up all your pictures. Okay, halfway done. So you're loading up every single one of the files that makes up your website. Okay, some of them you'll know what they are. Some of them just come with the template. Load them all up, every single one of them. Okay, now once you're done that first part, now it's not really uploaded yet. These are just getting ready. So how do you get them to go up? You press the little check mark and they're uploaded. Okay, so now you've done the first stage. All right, now this says you got more files to pick? No, you don't. So you could go back. Okay, and look at, they're all there. These are now on the real internet and they're in the folder called images. Now you have to go back up a level. Okay, so see what I'm doing? I'm going to press public HTML. Alright, so there's your images folder, beautiful. Now at this level, that's where you're going to put all your HTML files. So again, you're going to start the whole process over again. You're going to press upload, okay, and you're going to choose file. Now you better get out of this folder though, eh? You got to go up one level. So you know how the resume has all these words? So you're saying, well, sir, you forgot these ones. No, you don't upload the template. That's only when you're working on your file here in Hamilton on your computer. Same with this PSD. That had some paint shop or whatever graphics files. You don't need to upload those. Only the images and then all this other stuff. So let's do that now. Press contact. Okay, and you press open. That's one. Remember that CSS stuff? That's the cascading style sheet, which I'm going to teach you later on in the course. Right now, just load it up. Don't mind what it is, but you need it. It makes it look nice. Okay, links, bring that up there, and about. So these would be all the bits and pieces of your web design. Again, there's that CSS. Just load it up. Don't worry about it. Index, that should always be your first page. Okay, so whatever you did, maybe that's the page that had your menu on it or whatever, the very first page should be index. Press open. So there's got to be an index one. So don't call it start or main. It has to be index. Okay, that should be the very first page. And that's the last one, and I think we're ready to roll. And I'm going to press the check mark. And they look like they're all uploaded. I'm going to press the back key. And there it is. There's all your files that make up your website and in the images folder that makes the images show up. So now what's left to do? Well, you better check it out and test to make sure that it actually does work. So that is my address. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it for a second. I'm going to open up another tab here on my Google, and I'm just going to paste it in. And I cross my fingers and see what it looks like. Oh, looks good. Not a fancy website by any means, but there it is. And here's the test. When you press these, yeah, it's going to all the pages. Beautiful. Okay. Now you would have other pictures, obviously, and you're going, sir, what pictures did they have in there? Well, that little blue thing along the top and this curvy thing, those were all images, okay? So that's why I would say don't get rid of anything that comes with the template. You're going to obviously change these words, company name to your name, and you're going to maybe change the menus to whatever else, but there it is. I'm actually on the real internet, and there's my web address, okay? And this is not a bad service because I don't actually see any advertisements, so I'm surprised. Most of these ones that don't have, like, you don't want you to pay, they usually try to sneak in an advertisement. I mean, they got to make some money, right? But that's basically the steps involved. Okay, so that's not a bad service. Don't let this all freak you out. Now, if you go, sir, what if I test the website and it almost all works, but you know what? I want to change something. What do I do? Well, then what you do in Hamilton is you start up Dreamweaver, you fix whatever you have to, and let's say the thing that you had to fix was maybe links, right, or about. Then you would have to upload it again. So you press upload, and you go, but sir, it's already there. Then it's going to say, do you want to erase it or something? And you would say yes. Okay. What if you add more pictures? Well, then you got to go inside of images and load up the more pictures. Okay. Notice everything's in small letters. I always tell people, just stay with small letters. Don't put anything in capitals. Don't put any spaces. Keep it all in small letters, and you'll be in great shape. Okay. So that's the process of taking the website that you made in Hamilton and uploading it to the real internet. Now everybody can see it, not just Mr. Shirelli. You can go onto your computer. Okay. If you don't like that site, I do have another site called 50 Megs. It works basically the same way. And obviously sign up for the free one, not the ones that they make you pay for. And you could try it that way. But they all have the basic idea that you upload it using some sort of file managing system. Okay, so good luck. Get it done and make sure it looks appropriate for whatever you want to do.